Hello, did you buy a new suit and don't know how to wear it? Or maybe you already had a suit and you need some extra tips to look better in that suit. Here are 5 tips you can use to look like a pro in that suit. Let's start off with the blazer buttons. Suit blazers have 1, 2, and sometimes 3 buttons on the front. But just because you have all these buttons don't mean you're going to use them all. You're going to always leave the bottom button undone. So if you have a blazer with 2 buttons, the top button always gets buttoned up. And if you have a blazer with 3 buttons, for the most part, you can button up the top 2 buttons. But don't ever button up the last button, because that's a very big mistake. Second tip, if you're buying a suit off the rack, a tailor is your best friend. Your blazer sleeve length should be 1/4 to 1/2 inch shorter than your dress shirt. If your blazer sleeve length is shorter than 1/2 inch, or is longer to where it goes over your dress shirt, you're making a big mistake. Going to a tailor, you can get your arms measured to ensure that the blazer sleeve is a proper length for your arm. Tip number 3. All suit blazers come with vents in the back. For the most part, they always come sewed shut. Make sure you cut them open so you can move around freely like a pro. Tip number 4. If you're wearing a tie with your suit, listen up. A proper looking tie should always end around your belt line. If your tie is too short or too long, keep tying it until you have the proper length like a pro. Tip number 5. If you're wearing a belt with your suit, make sure your shoes match your belt. For example, if you're wearing a black belt, make sure you're wearing black shoes. If you're wearing a brown belt, make sure your shoes are also brown, but still match the color of the belt. And remember, wearing a suit doesn't need to be complicated. If you follow these tips, you will look like a pro with no effort at all. Shop these shirts and accessories with the link in the description down below.